Alright, I'm back with the all-new screenplay. This is build 28, and I will talk more as I go through the tutorial, and I'm also trying a new OBS plugin that eliminates my background. So let's see how this goes, and in build 28, everybody's progress was wiped, so we are all on an even footing, but that means you go through the tutorial again, but from here on out, any packs that you get and any cosmetics, anything you choose to buy is going to be yours forever. So that is really exciting, and I'm super excited to just play through this revamped tutorial, even though I know everything. Maybe you are. What I mean is I know all the mechanics of the game already since I was playing in build 27, but with this build 28, they have revamped the tutorial and started everybody fresh, so we are all on the same playing field. There will be no real-world purchasing yet for a while, so it is still a free-to-play game. Get in now, honestly. There are a couple of codes in the Discord for packs and stuff that you can get now while the Discord is, well, you can still see it in the Discord history, but before all that, you can ask me any questions about screenplay in the comments, but let screen cap some of this build 28 gameplay. So you wish to learn the ways of movie making, I'll teach you. Follow me into a simulated match and I'll show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Yes, so it looks like we have some new director art here. And a little bit much black screen for me so far. It's just loading. Here we are on set. It's a little basic, but Pinchy here is being stingy on a budget. I don't waste precious production funds on no-names. Who do you think you are? Look, there's a penny on the ground. Where? All right, so as you can see, this game has humor built in. That should keep him busy for a while. Anyway, your goal as a movie director in screenplay is to complete the narrative arcs of your lead characters before the opponent. I am a lead character, and so is Calamus Severus there, so up here. Looks like the dialogue went away before I can see it. Let's start the game while Pinchy is busy chasing the penny. So we get to go first, and to start gaining narrative, you'll need to play a lead character. So I play my lead character who takes all 5 of my frames. Bending the rules, I see. The game of screenplay is broken up into scenes, and each scene lasts 5 frames. All cards you play have a frame cost, so there's no other resource, no dynamic resource. It's a frame cost, so you can only do so much in each scene. For instance, this rabbit character, whose name I don't know, takes up all 5 frames. There's nothing else I can do. Done. Call action. So I summon that rabbit character. Players draw a card. The decks are over there on the right. Top first already. Hey, cheater, you started without me. The young one seized the moment. I'll sue. All right. Don't worry, this guy's a pushover. Me. Okay, some spacing could be used there. In screenplay, players set up actions at the same time. The directing phase, once both people are done. Casting and filming. I don't know the difference between casting and filming. Each lead has a unique way of progressing its narrative. He gains 1 narrative each time you play another character from your hand. So we can see that in Peekaboo's text there. When you play another character card, gain a star. And you take it from hand and drag it onto the set, which will play it into its frame. So I'm going to take my 3 here and my 2. That's 5. You can also skip frames and leave them empty. Click done, which I did. I'm speeding through this because, as I've said, and if you see my other videos, I know how all this works. There shouldn't have been major mechanic overhauls in this build 28. Nice work. Let's continue playing characters until I reach 4 narrative. Then my arc will be complete and we can move on. You can hover over any card to read its abilities and stats. That's right. So Doomed Augur here, you can see in the middle, he costs 1 frame to summon, and he has 1 attack and 1 health. Right. You have to click some of these dialogues to acknowledge them. Okay, so all I need to finish my lead here is to play 2 characters. So let's get that done. Just ASAP. Skip a frame, because I only played 2 2s. Oh, what is this? Deal 3 damage to a pre-selected friendly character. Okay, so the 5/5 took the hit there. All right, I know how to cast characters. Let's hop onto another set. I've got a friend who can teach you about actions. All right, so here is one of the major things that exist in Build 28 that didn't exist before. Card packs are how you acquire cards for your actual collection. So outside of the tutorial, there should be some basic card. I think there's basic cards everybody gets. Card packs are how you get the other cards, and then Goldies are for cosmetics and crafting. So you can preview all this stuff in the Discord. The Discord is the major place to be for news. That's where the devs will post stuff, but there is also a Reddit where they cross-post plenty of videos and news and things. So you're the rookie. Have courage, Rising Star. You need it when facing off against the ruthless opponents that you'll face on the battlefield. That is the movie set. I'll show you the ropes come. So this is the MGM Lion, Cowardly Lion, Courage. That's this game has a ton of references to classic movies and filmmaking tropes and stuff like that that are just woven into the game in a way that enhances the gameplay loop in a flavorful way that really makes it fun to come back to. All right, we're in the Lion's Den. This is Sergeant Ares' domain. Is that his new name? Oh no, Sergeant Ares is the war guy up here. Okay. He's a tough opponent. He will try to disrupt us at every opportunity. You'll have to learn to fend off his attacks and sabotage his home in return. Let's use our first team to play some characters. Bring me into the ring as well. All right, so the Mayor Goldmane costs 2 frames, and when a friendly character deals attack damage, gain narrative. So with my 3 remaining frames, I can't summon 2 guys. So let's just bring in the biggest one I can. To be fair, I only looked at the cost for size. The Trihorn is a 3/7, and the Fight Clubber is a 4/6. So Fight Clubber would be dealing more damage. Okay, you can only have 1 lead in play at one time. If you try to place a second lead, the first one goes backstage to rest and heal. Okay, that makes sense. I don't know if they always said heal in build 27, but the way that your lead can get attacked and sent offset, he can die. But he doesn't really die. He goes backstage, and then when you summon him again, he's back at full health. My beat is unbeatable. Try and hurt him, you can't. I'll even give you a free shot next scene. Okay, so they're telling us in advance. Oh, thank you. How out of character for you. They're telling us in advance that the beat is not going to attack. Some cards have common abilities represented by a keyword. Hover over a card to read what its keyword abilities can do. So we know the exclamation point stands for provoke. Characters with provoke must be chosen once as attack targets before other characters are chosen in the same scene. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. They did expand on that provoke description since the last time. They expanded in this Build 28 update. So you should understand that my provoke character needs to be targeted once by any of their characters before my non-provoke characters can be targeted. All right, to attack, click and hold the left mouse button over your character and draw a line targeting the enemy. Attacks cost 2 frames by default. So I want to click and hold and then release. That will deal damage to the enemy. Yes, reducing its health or red icon HP by your character's attack or the blue amount. Standard attack rules. Oh, they only want me to attack. All right. To skip one because attacking costs 2 frames and I get 5, so one must be skipped. Good hit, thanks. Your character has dealt damage equal to its attack to that fitness-obsessed veggie titan. Yep. When after an attack, a character has to recover and becomes frozen for 2 scenes. By default, there are cards that break these rules. While it's frozen, it can't attack or do any kind of action. If a character's HP stat reaches 0, it dies and is sent to extras. They say discarded, but it's sent to extras. I gain narrative when our character's attack. That's what his description text says. Let's keep playing and attacking with characters. All right, so neither of my onboard characters can attack again. So now it's a summoning turn. Let's summon a 3 and a 2. 3 and a 2 cost. However, I specifically picked the Vingivore who has to attack just in case I only had to attack the beat. Looks like they summoned a bunch of characters for me to just jump attack. So I'm going to attack 1 and attack again, and that should be the last 2 narrative star that Goldmane needs.
You hit me from below.
Notice, though they didn't explain it in the tutorial, that return damage is not standard in this game. So when the beat attacked my Trihorn, the beat did not take 3 in return. Discarded cards are all put into one common zone called extras. That is also fairly unique to this game in that the dead/discarded, whether... Oh, I see why they say discarded. So when the HP reaches 0, it is discarded, and it goes to the same zone that you would discard cards from your hand. There are certain effects that have you discard something from your hand. Anything that reaches 0 or is discarded from hand all goes to one zone called the extras, and it is shared between both players. Again, fairly unique to ScreenPlay. Once a lead dies, it goes backstage, frozen. Once it unfreezes, it can be played again. Great work. In this mission, you'll need to complete both your leads' narrative arcs to win. Like it or not much, a ScreenPlay. Mayor Goldmane can't gain any more narrative, which means I need to bring in Peekaboo. Something to note, which doesn't look like the tutorial explained, is that once you finish the first lead, you go up to 6 frames, and also in the third act. So Act 1, 2, and 3 are dependent on how many leads are completed across both players. So we are in Act 2, since the first lead of the game was completed. First lead's arc. And in Act 2 and 3, you get 6 frames per scene. Peekaboo, recall, gains narrative when I play another card. So let's try to play. Let's see if we can... win before Peekaboo gets attacked. Might not happen, because they hit my provoke. So they sent 1 attack into my provoke unit, and they could queue another attack into my Peekaboo. So let's see what who this lead attacks. It looks like the lead here targeted my provoke minion, who was discarded, so the attack didn't resolve. And now Peekaboo just needs 1 more summon to win. I'll play another character card. There is a slight difference between playing a card from hand and summoning a character. Certain leads make that distinction. But that's pretty easy. I mean, it's the tutorial. They let me do this. You've led your troops to victory by attacking me blindly. I like your style. I am not a voice actor, as you can see. Alright, so I got another pack and 10 more Goldies. Oh, so you're the new director who's been buzzing about lately. Bow to the Queen of Performance. You still know little about how to create compelling stories. It's more than just brute violence. Let me show you other ways to make narrative progress in the world of cinema. Okay, so now we both have 3 leads, which is your typical deck of ScreenPlay. Looks like there's nobody here practicing performing. Movies and ScreenPlay aren't just about fighting. There are many ways of gaining narrative, the main of which is filming performances. First, we need some characters, so let's play some characters in the scene. We'll be able to film them before our next one. Both leads and non-leads can perform. Okay. I see. They won't let me... play my lead right now. So, okay. When this lands an attack, the right neighbor swift attacks. Perform, summon a loony lettuce. Alright, I think that's better than the Fight Clubber, because we expect to perform. So let's get these guys out. Like attacking, performing is an action all your characters can take. A performance lasts 2 frames, and if successful, will gain you 1 narrative. So what you do is your director films the actor performing, or the character. To perform with a character, left click and drag from your director avatar over to one of your characters. So I take my director and I have this guy perform. So the Gremby Whisperer is it's a little unclear to me whether the Gremby Whisperer is the actor or whether the Gremby Whisperer is the character in the movie. But so far, ScreenPlay doesn't have like prolific actors, actors who play multiple parts or maybe play multiple leads across movies. For example, like there's the Godfish, who's clearly the Godfather, and you wouldn't have the actor Fish. You don't yet have that actor Fish playing somebody else in the ScreenPlay universe. So feel free to use your remaining frames to make other actions. So we're going to perform again and look and see that I can't target the specific character who has already been queued to perform. I believe, well, we can check that out in a PvP game, but I believe you could perform and then attack, because performing, let's read this. Luckily, there's no one else here, so we're safe for the time being. We saw in the previous tutorial that attacking causes your character to freeze, but performing does not cause you to freeze. If you gain narrative while you don't have a lead in play, it counts as free narrative. It's transferred to a lead after you play one. Speaking of which, here he is. Mystery Masked Man I knew there was something about. This stage belongs to me and my goons. Get back to your hive where you belong. This creep gives me the creeps. Play me this scene. Play me this scene. I want to see the Masked Man with my own compound eyes. Alright, so I've been told to play the Queen Bee lead. And then they ended my scene. Cool. Alright. It gains all free narrative held by the director. My entrance is so powerful that I gain double the narrative instead. All characters can perform, leads included. Reminder, yes, and I'm quite the performer. I'll show you, Masked Moron. Alright, order her to perform. So we're going to perform with the bee, and then... I see. So they're forcing me to learn these things. When a lead dies, it goes backstage. Frozen, once it unfreezes, it can be played again. That stung. What a dramatic twist. Your opponent can interrupt a performance and ruin the take if they deal damage to one of your characters, freeze, or otherwise incapacitate them in the frames while they're performing. If they hit the performing character, they will also gain the narrative. Okay, so I read that a little weirdly because there were multiple Xboxes there. But the tutorial is being extremely explicit that if you get damaged by a trope, frozen by a trope or any other mechanic, I guess you could get damaged by like an onboard crew or something. If you get damaged, frozen, or hit while you're performing, the opposing lead takes the narrative star or stars that you were generating, and your performance is interrupted. Okie dokie. I drew a trope card. One-time effect when played or discarded. I demand vengeance. Strike that shark with a lightning bolt from the sky. So I select this, and then I'm supposed to attack. And then there's nothing else I can do. So. Wow, big effect on the lightning. All right, direct hit. I wish my worker stung that hard. What did that taste like? Salty. Discarded cards are all put into extras, as we've said.
You just made it personal.
Return a selected non-lead character to his controller's hand. And that was a cool new graphic in Build 28. So I know that Kurthy, one of the devs, worked really hard on some multiple unique graphics for the game and for specific cards in the game. All right. So I want Queen Bee to come in while there are 2 free narrative. She costs 3. So let's just perform with the lettuce and summon the Queen Bee. He returns the other Gremby Whisperer to my hand. Okay. There is a max hand size concept to be aware of. I don't know exactly what it is. So she should take 2 and turn it into 4. 1 lead down, 1 to go. As narrative arcs are being completed, the pace of the movie quickens. I assume that's what they mean by changing it to 6 frames. And then I do want to point out that once your lead is completed, their narrative gaining effect cannot get you free narrative. So while she had 3 stars left that she needed, and I had 2 free narrative and she turned it into 4. Since her ability turned it into 4, she didn't, leave me 1 free narrative. Over here. So free narrative is this thing in the brown circle. If I had any feedback, I'd say make that brown circle a little more poppy, like give it a little more flair. Just brown doesn't really draw the eye, especially because the number just ticks up very discreetly. I know that the stars flow in and out of it, but maybe have it pulse with or like a flare effect or something. So when she leaves, I gain a free narrative. And I can't summon either of my other leads right now. So I could either perform and get some more free narrative, or I could summon more characters. I want to get this left-handed lieutenant. It's right neighbor. Okay, yeah, so the guy summoned after the left-handed lieutenant will swift attack. So I picked the biggest attacker that I had. Alright, so they played a cloning around and then attacked. Alright, I'm fine with the queen bee leaving. There was nothing she could really do for me. Stronger than anyone else. I mean, she could have performed and whatnot, but you might see the lettuces in a weird shaded, like, black and gray. I don't know what to do about that. They're nice and green on my screen. I mean, I can look at the other leads here. The queen pin, when another character dies, gain narrative. And the Richard Spade, when you play a trope card, gain narrative. But I think I'm just going to focus on my own thing here. And so the question is if I want to play another character and get 4 stars, or deal attack damage and gain 4 stars. So I am going to do that. And because Emerald main only costs 2 frames, I have the opportunity. I have 4 frames left, and I can make 2 attacks this round. So let's do that. They played, that's a character. Ghost of Holiday Turkey can't perform. When a neighbor performs successfully, gain a narrative. Okay. That's not a card I've seen before. But then the AI chose to perform with the lettuce, who is a narrative of the turkey, and so their Jaws will get 2 stars here. 1 from the lettuce, 1 from the turkey effect. Alright, pretty cool interaction there. Not something I would have expected, because I've never seen the turkey in play before. Recall that my Mayor Goldmane needs attack damage, so let's attack this, and then Fight Clubber should swift attack. Just in case he doesn't, let's give him an attack, and let's give Goldmane an attack. So, using all of my frames to try to progress my leads. That's another great thing about the design of ScreenPlay, is that the goal is to complete the arc. So there isn't a face to hit, which sometimes feels bad, or gives rise to the classic Hearthstone meme of just go face, where hunters, the only goal was to hit the opponent's health as hard as possible. I've even played a little Lorcana, where the goal is to get yourself up to 20. And while it has echoes of that, where you are progressing your own goals, you're increasing things in a positive way towards your own goals. I do think that feels better than just trying to dome the other person down and eliminate their health. But ScreenPlay, since you have 2 leads you have to do it with who have 2 different styles of gaining the narrative, it leads to a lot of engaging gameplay that you want to come back. Alright, fantastic. I'm proud of you. You beat Mystery Masked Man all by yourself. There is still plenty to learn, though. Next, we'll get into dodging, crew cards, and more. Alright, smart. Rewards for completing the tutorial are card for making Goldies. Yes. You have done well, my student, but I have no more to teach you. From here I leave you in the capable hands of my master, old master, Sun Manchang. Alright, there might be a better way to pronounce that. You have come this far with brute force alone, young one, but there is more to filmmaking than simple practice, than simple spectacle. Learn the value of evasion and timing. Maybe I should have hesitated on the word timing to reflect the ellipsis and the thematic, message there that timing is incredibly important in this game. A sacrifice just walked into my pit of darkness. Oh, you're a director. My apologies. A Lord telenovela. Okay. Greetings, Flame Master. Impulsive as always, I see. Old dogs never learn. Back to the lesson at hand. Aside from attacking and performing, characters can also dodge. Play a character from your hand to start with. So it looks like this demonic lord is brash, and he will probably attack me a bunch. So I will be practicing dodging. Oh, I just got to play one character.
Who's next?
All right, a perfect target. That penguin attacks predictably. We can practice evading its strikes, set up a dodge. Okay, so I'll cover the penguin again, but we know that the penguin is going to attack me. Thus, I need to dodge, and they're teaching me how to dodge, which is click and drag the attack arrow back onto itself. If that character is attacked within the 2 frames it takes to dodge, it will evade the attack. Alright, so if we look at the Pingoof here, this automatically swift attacks the left flank each scene for 1 frame. We'll not cover swift attacks right now, but what it's saying is in the very first frame of every scene while it's alive, it's going to attack my left flank. And it's, it's how I face. So the character most to the left is my fight clubber, and so instead of attacking, I'm supposed to bring it back to myself. Timing is important because of the 2 frames thing. So I have to be dodging. You see here the gray and the colored. I have to be dodging while this attack happens. That almost burns like it did back home. Perfect, I see you are a fast learner. Peekaboo was right. Alright, and then they play Jawsy. Stealing my limelight again, I see. I don't know what beef you have with me, lady. I'm just a simple shark making my way in the music industry. I'll slap that smug grin right off your face. Wait, Queen Bee, you need to be calm and find the right moment to strike. I'm with her, slap his face. Some lessons are only ever learned through failure, I suppose. Oh. Okay. So, my tutors here are making me attack the fish. And what he's going to do is he's going to dodge. And so what we can see is that this is in frame 1, and this is in frame 2. Oh, okay. What a pity fool, falling into a pit, my pit of fiery fatal flames. So what happened here was that this Pingoof attacked me while I was attacking, and thus I got counter hit. No, that stings. As I said, be careful when you attack. If 2 characters attack within the same frames, the one which attacks first interrupts the other one and deals 1 more damage to it. So this colored in active frame of the Pingoof was before my attack's active frame, and so the Pingoof was first. This is called a counter hit. And then it normal attacks. So that's what swift attacking is. Swift attacking means that it doesn't cause you to freeze. Looks like you drew a crew card. Crew cards, like characters, stay on set after played, but they don't have stats. They can't attack, perform, or dodge, but they have helpful effects. Alright, so I want to play my crew. And then play anybody else. Okay, so then they summon a Desperadosaur. I got to summon my crew, and Jawsy performed. Excellent, you are a prodigy indeed. Okay. So my master Sun Manchang says, when a friendly character successfully dodges or performs, the Pingoof is still alive, and actually Desperadosaur is going to automatically attack the left flank and then freeze. Okay, so I just have a brief issue. I have the spotlight. You can see from the bottom left that I have the spotlight. So in my first 2 frames, I would dodge. And then I'm going to have to dodge again in the 3rd and 4th frames. And the Desperado sort, you can see that the yellowed in the frame of his attack is the 2nd. And we know that the Pingoof is going 1st. So there should be an attack in the 1st and 3rd frames. And since I will be dodging in the 1st, 2nd, and then 3rd, 4th, I should dodge both. What I'm trying to get around here is that your dodge only works once. If you're attacked twice within the 2 frames that you dodge, you'll get hit on the 2nd one. So, dodge. Dodge. Okay, I didn't know this, but good thing I'm trying it out here. I'm not allowed to dodge twice in a frame with the same character. Okay. I'm going to perform with this guy, the Master Sun Manching. Try to get a star out of it. My abilities rely on precise dodging and performance timings. Prove you have learned my lesson and complete my narrative arc. Okay, so it's the tutorial. It looks like they broke some rules, and the 2 side characters on board did not do their auto attacks. Ronald McDoom can only gain narrative while he's in the spotlight. Okay, good idea to bring in McDoom here. When 2 actions happen on the same frame, their order is determined by the spotlight. The spotlight switches from player to player each scene. You have it now, so my actions go first. Exceptions to this rule are dodge and performance. Okay, so look up here, and you can see that the frame reels are slightly misaligned. And that's because I have the spotlight. So if there's a simultaneous active frame, the spotlight determines whose takes precedence in resolving. So dodge and performance actions are stopped if countered in the same frames, regardless of who has the spotlight. Right, so that's what I was saying at the beginning of this scene, where if I dodge and I dodge successfully, but another attack happens to land within those dodge frames, then I will get hit with the 2nd attack because the dodge was done successfully but then canceled. Same thing with the performance. If the performance is interrupted, it's canceled. I mean, you don't get it. Like the dodge succeeds, the performance doesn't. Other than that, they're the same. They kind of take place across both frames. If that's a better way to think about it for you. Okay, so the goal, as I mentioned in the last game, is not really to kill McDoom. I mean, I could try to do attacks and stuff, but I think that's what makes it different than Magic and Hearthstone, is that I'm not particularly incentivized to go into combat and smite down McDoom. I'd rather figure out a way to dodge or perform successfully and progress Manching's narrative arc. The thing is, if I'm successful, which I was, so I called that dodge. I mean, I was pretty sure it was going to happen. Oh, he gains not an additional star, 1 star. Okay. So he gained his 1 star, and then I decided to take out the Pingoof. Oh, jeez. With my agent with no name, because I thought my Manchang was going to be completed, but that's not the case. And now that he's frozen, so recall that frozen characters can perform no actions. I shouldn't say perform. They can take no actions, which means no dodging, no attacking, no performing. So let's look at this. I can't act, so I can't even dodge for myself, which is unfortunate because this Desperatosaurus... Oh, well, he would hit me if he wasn't frozen. All right. I don't think both of these are going to kill me. Question is, so I'm thinking of performing with my agent with no name, but oh, what? But he could be attacked. So I don't think that he's going to die necessarily, but I do think he's going to be attacked. So what do? Now Mayor Goldmane says when a friendly character deals attack damage. This is a good tutorial. I am a little bit stumped on the optimal way to proceed here. The easy way. There is no easy way to win this game, is what I'm trying to say. I'm sure that I still can. So let's try to... I'm either performing a bunch and then summoning Queen Bee, or attacking a bunch and summoning Mayor Goldmane before I do that. Let's just go with the attack. So Lieutenant and Fight Clubber. I chose that because Goldmane only takes 4. Queen Bee takes 7. Okay, so he doubled down on my Manchang, but I don't get it. Does Manchang have 5 health? Thought he had 3. Don't really know why Manchang didn't die there. So I need to bring Goldmane in before attacking. So let's just go for this McDoom here. It's a little unfortunate that I didn't complete the Manchang while he was on the board, but I'll just bring him back later and finish out that narrative. This is unfrozen, it dodges. Okay. Alright, am I going to get a little text introduction to that? So Deadly Tacos is a new card that deals 1 damage to a random enemy character, then destroys a crew. So they killed my Dynamator, which is fine. I wasn't going to summon the stop-motion skeletons anyway. Alright, I was able to take out the McDoom. Not before he gained some narrative, though, and got Mayor Goldmane up. So now the Desperatosaurus is going to attack the Agent with No Name. I'm going to dodge. I don't love it, but I'm going to dodge. And then I guess just attack the Fish Fatale. I've never played the Fish Fatale, so does she get to dodge this attack? Yes. So her dodge lasts the whole frame, and since I didn't hit her, she got to attack me. If I were the devs, I wouldn't put Fish Fatale in the tutorial. That was quite a complex interaction for a tutorial. So I should have counter hit because my active frame landed before hers, except that she was dodging from some other effect that wasn't her own. So she was dodging, so she didn't get hit, which means that she didn't get counter hit, frozen, killed, which means she got to hit me, but without the +1 damage. She did not counter hit back because she was later. So a tad complex, but let's take out the Desperatosaur and then take out... Nope, I don't want to do that. So you can undo choices that you haven't hit done for yet. And because it's frozen this time, I should be able to kill the Fish Fatale. Alright, what I do need is I need a Desperatosaurus alive to dodge for the Master Sun Manchang. And then my Fight Clubber's frozen, so even though he was compelled to swift attack by this left-handed lieutenant, he was frozen, so he couldn't fulfill that request. Alright, I am going to... Well, I have to let the Desperatosaurus kill these tutus, and I'm just going to bring in Manchang and dodge with... Well... Sure, I'm going to dodge, and then I'm going to perform. So... Alright. The dodge won't dodge anything, which is fine. I don't lose anything by that. And then I can see this chemtrail pilot is going to attack. The question is he attacking the 4/4? Because if he does, my opponent is going to take my performance star. Looks like the chemtrail pilot didn't. He was queued up to attack one of the tutus. which are now dead. It's too bad for them. What a dramatic irony. A millennium-old demonic entity bested by a puny human. No. Congratulations, you now have a basic grasp of the rules of screenplay. There's plenty more to learn. Experiment with deck building your own decks and try out a variety of strategies against bots in practice mode, or try your hand at challenging other players on the competitive ladder. Alright, so I have a couple more rewards here. Another pack and 10 more goldies, okay. Alright, I don't think I want to click play. I want to get out of the tutorial. Alright, daily missions. So this is another new introduction in Build 28 that I did have to look around a bit for, which you just saw, but I guess it's more on the advanced side. Let's look at this. Other daily missions completed today. So if I complete 2 daily missions, I would get 2 goldies. Oh, not what I meant to do. If I can gain narrative points, I will get 50 tickets, and attacks initiated with sci-fi characters, 20. I would get 50 tickets, and rerolls 2 available. Alright, so the devs introduced some rerolls for stuff that you think is too difficult, too long. Maybe you don't have a ton of sci-fi characters, so you want to roll that away. Tickets. What? Yes, alright, I remember. So there are 2 types of currency in this game. Tickets are used to buy card packs, and goldies are used to craft specific cards or get cosmetics. Goldies look like film nerds. Alright, so let's packs and try to get those tickets. Try to complete these 2 missions. Okay, I wanted to show you how to redeem a promo code if you want to get one, which there is a not-so-secret one in the Discord right now. I mean, it's Discord exclusive, but it's not kept a secret. It's right in the announcements tab. So join the Discord, which should be linked in the description of my video. I'm David Distributed on Discord as well. And you know what? I might as well take this point in the video to ask that if you have watched the video up to this point, I hope you like the content. And I know it was just a tutorial, but please subscribe so that you are notified when I post ladder gameplay videos against P2P, or PvP, P2P type plays, and also tournaments. We've done a few tournaments coordinated via the Discord, but also that I posted on this channel. All of my commentary is live as I'm playing, and I really think that if you enjoy screenplay, you will like my videos. So I will also plan to do informative stuff like this portion of the video right here, which is teaching you how to redeem a promo code and telling you that there is a not-so-secret promo code in the Discord. And then also just fun stuff, like I really plan to show all my pack openings on stream. I mean, it's not really a stream. I don't stream yet, but open all my packs while recording them, and then everybody should have an idea of what cards I have, and then you can leave comments about maybe a unique card you opened that maybe I wasn't so excited about, but you think I should build a deck around, or deck ideas. Engage with me in the YouTube comments or on Discord with the cards you see that I open, and I am very happy to build and try decks. It looks like I blinked out there. The OBS background Eliminator is still in beta, I think. Yeah, so let's get back to the store stuff. So you enter your promo code and hit confirm, and that is in store promo codes. I'm not going to click it again because it looks like exiting it took me to the main menu. So you click promo codes up here, and then I'm learning for the first time that you can buy a card pack with 20 goldies. Goldies are the golden film reel things, or 100 tickets. So let's get, for now, before I go and open my packs, let's explore what else, because I skimmed through this before I hit record, and it is a blast. The art that they have in this game already is so amazing. Look at this Halloween horror card back. I also think that the adventure card back just has so much detail. Oh yeah, you can make it bigger. So much fine detail here with the snake and the gold emblem, the jungle theme. Okay, so Goldies can also be used to buy cosmetics. I don't actually know how you get Goldies. I think Goldies might be ladder rewards. I don't actually know right now. You get tickets for winning games, but you earn extra Goldies. I don't know how. We did see in the daily quests, the daily missions, that you can get Goldies as well. So you can buy some movie sets, which I'm not as jazzed about, and they're also pretty expensive at 130. You can buy new director emblems, which I should probably pick one of these because, again, just look at that art. And they're not too expensive. The animated ones are a little much. I think I really liked the panda in the previous build. I liked how it looked, so I think I'm going to pick Sly here. From espionage to film noir, this panda director spins tales where mystery dances with shadow till the climax reveals all. He's not in a very directory pose, he's in more of an actor pose, but let's purchase the Sly director. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Okay. And then deck covers here. Wow, I mean, this is brand new. The sets and the director icons were able to be seen in previous builds, but this deck covers thing, I love the icon over here, the spray paint with the black and the green. And then the Grim Collector. In the silent echoes of the eternal night, each card whispers of inevitable fate as the Grim Collector awaits the endgame of souls. And he's at a typewriter. Wow. I mean, the theme and the art are just oozing on these deck covers. Neon Nexus. Within this festival of circuitry, every card is an interface. I'm not as jazzed about it. I mean, I'm an engineer in my day job, but I don't know. The bot here doesn't inspire me as much. I really like this South American style codex. Very ancient is all the description is. This deck cover is really cool, but overall, I don't plan to spend too many of my Goldies on cosmetics until my collection is a little more robust. So, Praetorian Pouch. Within this cover lies the might of Rome's finest protectors, where every card serves within the discipline and dedication of the Praetorian Guard. And it has little sparkles that fly out of it. He's got all the knives pointed at Maximus. This is really tempting stuff. All right. Let's go to the card packs and buy Basati description. All right, so it looks like they need to add a description for the card packs, but I think it would be nice if I could buy multiple at once. I know Hearthstone eventually instituted a way to enter how many packs you want to purchase. And I'm going to put most of my Goldies here into card packs, and then I will open them here on this recording, and that will probably be it for today's video. So it'll be a hey look, all new build 28, and going through the tutorial, hopefully getting some new viewers, and you like that you like the way that I comment on the games, and opening first packs. All right. Like I pointed out 30 seconds ago, purchasing multiple at a time is tedious, but I don't think, given that you get 50 tickets per mission and 20 Goldies. Oh. A pack only costs 20 Goldies. You get 2 Goldies. Let's look at the missions here. You get 2 Goldies if you complete both missions. It seems like you won't be buying multiple packs, like bulk packs at a time, from free-to-play stuff. If you eventually, when there's monetization, you will probably be offered to buy Goldies and tickets directly, which you then convert into packs. So again, eliminating that minor tedious thing there is some feedback I would give to the devs, but I want to be very clear, the game is completely free to play right now. You will keep your progress that you play right now when the game is in full release, because it's currently in playtest. You should keep all of your pack openings and deck progress and ladder achievements and Goldies stash and things like that. So, as a free-to-play person right now, because everybody's free-to-play, it looks like you'll be getting about 1 pack a day. So the tediousness of buying is not a huge deal. All right. So I've used up all my resources, and let's open 49. There it is. Okay. I don't know why it took a second, but could just be my computer. All right. Pro-Prophet Centurion, who is not a guy that I've played, but he was in the previous build. He's a 2/2, but he's very expensive, and he summons 2 1/1 Legionnaires. They have this dies when you control no Pro-Prophet Centurion. All right. I know some people in the Discord liked him, but he seems like he comes with a lot of risk. Sneakodon enters. This gains a narrative as Bounty, but he's a 3/3. I mean, that seems pretty good, but Bounty narrative, I believe, goes to the rivals lead. So, great. Opium Merchant. This dodges on all frames during which you play cards. Couch Trap and Buckaroo Barrister. When this attacks an enemy without a bounty, cancel the attack. Okay, so they introduced a lot of bounty mechanics in this build as part of the new cards. I'm going to be skipping over cards that I already know, either from the previous build or the spoilers in the Discord, because I have 48 more packs to get through. All right. There we go. This one went a lot faster. Check out your cards. I'm going to scan Brainwashing Machine. Yeah, I really like the theme of the Brainwashing Machine. Okay. Okay. So I tried to make the card bigger, and that just wiped all the cards from my screen, and then I tried to drag the pack over, and it just sent it right over. So there's stuff to know. Socket Folly enters, deal 1 damage to the enemy on a flank, 2 damage to its neighbor, and 3 damage to the next neighbor down. Oh, it's a trope, not a crew. Okay. All right. I like the spinning and the fact that the reels explode out at you. That's fun. Yeah, I mean, the devs have certainly put their time into animations that are above par quality for a playtest. Another thing to pay attention to, which I'm not right now, is leads. Well, okay, I need to be paying attention to what leads I get. Axel is a crew. Booty Guard is a just a character. Okay. So leads are how you build decks, but then what I was trying to say was the genres of cards. Especially as your amount of packs are on the lower side, you will need to cobble together a deck of 30 cards. I believe 30, memory serves. From 3 different genres. So a card might look strong, but if I don't have more cards in its genre to support it, that could be a problem. Okay, yeah, the Raptor Boys is a trope. Okay, it's a trope that summons 3 raptors. Okay, so here you can see on the far right, it says lead. Now, it does say dinosaur lead. Most of them don't have types, but we're looking for cards that say lead above their action icon. Mostly. I mean, obviously, all the other stuff is important. Nothing in here can be used with the Rexshaw. But, you know, all leads are iconic, which is the most rare hard rarity. So when I'm skimming these cards, since I know most all of them from the spoilers or from previously, I know their effects, I'm looking for what did I open, and most of that will be determined by leads. I love the Defective Fog Machine. Happy that I got one. I mean, I need more for a consistent deck, but first one is important. All right, Burger Baron's not a lead. Esperatosaurus, just a dinosaur. Okay. I mean, Velociraptor is a good dinosaur. Bling Bringer, when your next non-lead character enters the set in the same scene as this, that character gets 2/2. That's really good. 2/2's huge in this game. Some of the biggest leads are like 5/6. So yeah, 2/2 is awesome. All right. Can't attack in the first frame. Okay. If your lead on set has no narrative, gain 2. For a 2-mana 2/3, that's only average. Gangster. So if it has gangster and a line, gangster's just a type. We're looking for it to say lead. Okay, no leads. Sun-Gazing Guru performs. Gain an additional star, then destroy this. But you get a frame. That's pretty good. For a 1-frame 1/1, that's good. But everyone will know I want to perform with him, which means they might attack him. And 1 health is actually very vulnerable. There are quite a few things that deal 1 damage, so. Oh, Robot is a new type here. We had Gangster, now we have Robot. Oh, I guess Petabot was always in the old build. I just don't know of any specific robot synergy. Sorry that my face blinked out again. All right, lead. No leads. Okay. I would like to pay more attention and have more comments on the things that I'm opening specifically, but Maximum Massacre. Scene end, gain narrative for each enemy character which died while this was on set. Scene end. I think that just means the scene in which the trope was played. Tropes don't stay on set, so that wording was a little weird. But with 30 more packs to open, I am just trying to unlock all the cards that I purchased. Okie dokie. Robot, dinosaur, so still no leads. So I already mentioned this, but if you have any thoughts about something you saw me open that was very good, let me know in the comments. And if you don't want to share any personal thoughts, but would like to comment, because commenting tells the YouTube algorithm that you are engaging with my content, and then ideally it recommends it to more people. So commenting really helps me out, and it's free to you, and I appreciate it. I respond to all comments, and what I like to do in my videos is pick something that you put in the comment that tells me that you watched the video through that point. And I think today that should be Rexshaw, which is REX space XAAH, because he's the first and so far only lead that I have opened in. No leads here. I have Axonot. Axonot's pretty good. Yeah, the Jolly Muppeteer is hilarious. And he's in the comedy genre. Oh, there's a lead. Nice. Okay, Barbecue Bill. Scene end, gain narrative for each of your action frames this scene while this was on set. So, fortunately / unfortunately, Rexshaw is also an action lead. So, I might be pigeonholed into playing action, the action genre, for a bit. And I don't know, he needs 15, look at that, he needs 15 narrative, I believe. I mean, I wish I could expand the card and see for sure. He needs 15 narrative, and he's only got 5 health. So, I understand. because you can have multiple frames. It's a lot easier because most characters cost 2 or 3 frames. A similar narrative ability is gain 1 star each time a friendly character enters. Well, with Barbecue Bill, 1 3-frame character entering would give him 3 frames if it was an action character. So I can see why his arc is so high. All right. Chemtrail used a lot against me. Okay, Vaccinate Doctor, I like. We got here, Robot, Dinosaur. I mean, Awaken Roll's amazing card to have. But I'm still looking for leads that open up new genres for me to play. Nobody here is. Madcap Stuntman got broken by the playtesters. I think it got nerfed. But I forgot to look at its stats. Okay. Alright, so we saw this one, but Barbarian Bushwhacker enters if an enemy lead enters the set this scene, the Swift attacks it. That's really good. If you call when the lead is entering, dealing at 3 free damage is nice. Really good, as I said, not more than nice. Okay, Vaccine, 1 frame, freeze by 3. I mean, that is a good card. It was before. All right. No lead here. Dumbo is still an 8/8. And it attacks slowly and freeze. Dumbo's a tough card to use in decks. Okay, another Barbarian Bushwhacker. So I'm definitely seeing cards that I'm excited about and excited to put into decks. Penguin, amazing. When it enters it, Swift attacks an enemy. So that was used to great effect by the playtesters as well. Alley Informant. When you play a trope, this gains 1/1. That also seems very strong. He's new. When you buff health in this game, it's very good. Okay, no leads in this pack, but as I said with Rexha, the numbers are just so low relatively. 5/6 is one of the chunkier things, and the 8/8 Gumbo Dumbo is largely unplayable due to how slow it is, and since there's no return damage, the health is largely what matters. I mean, the 8/8 could take out somebody, one person, one character, but then he freezes for 3. Whereas multiple 2/2s could trade into my 8/8 and kill it without taking any damage back. So health is important, but extremely large minions, just to be large, have not been found to be particularly useful. I'm sure we will have somebody break it in the future. That could be you. Gangster, Dinosaur, but oh, okay. I always like my sacrificial goats. Clowning around, I really think should only be 2 frames. Cloning around is its name. Robot, Dinosaur, Gangster, Renegade Damsel. When this lands an attack or successfully performs, unfreeze your other characters by 1. That's pretty good. I mean, she doesn't unfreeze. So, she attacks and she's frozen for 2, but she can perform and get the same effect. So I like Renegade Damsel. Forgot to check what genre she's in. All right, 5 more packs. Let's get a lead. Oh no, Robot and Grimby. Characters can't perform. I mean, she costs 3, but that is good tech to own. Cinephile, okay. 3 packs. Okay, Zoomaniac Inventor draws a robot. That's pretty good. And he's in sci-fi. I feel like I've opened a lot of robots. I mean, especially compared to the Build 27 set where there weren't terribly many. So robots will be a fun type to explore. And no lead here. Cactus, Snippy Reporter. Another Vaxinaut. I mean, I'm happy to have Vaxinaut. Okay. What was I looking for? The quests. Okay, so the missions are a bit hard to find. Gain narrative points and initiate attacks with sci-fi characters. So let's try to build... Oh, and it already says 21 hours, 53 minutes until new missions. So let's go to my collection and try to build a sci-fi deck. Yep, so you do get some leads by default. I was saying that I was hoping to open leads from other genres. I don't think I'm completely cut out of genres. But I don't actually know what genres these are. So I'm not looking at 1-800 Airstrike. Not looking at Debt-Ridden Scholar. So Backfire takes damage back from the target when attacking. It's a debuff most of the time. But he's a 1-frame 3/1, and when it dies, it summons a stop-motion skeleton. So Debt-Ridden Scholar is a really good card, it looks like. Doomed Augur, when he dies, I gain a star, so that's good. Escape Convict Twin. When it enters, it summons another 2/2. Okay, but what I want to check out is, here we go. So you have to right-click on the lead to see its details. Queen Pin. When another character dies, gain 1 star, and she takes 9. Any other character. So it can be my opponent's characters. That's good. Master Sun Manchang. When a friendly character successfully dodges or performs, gain narrative. Okay. And then this Calamus Severus. When another friendly character enters the set, gain a narrative. And he takes 9. Power at a price. Enters, deal 2 damage to a pre-selected character and give it lethal. Musician's Muse. She enters. I gain 1 narrative. Okay. But, as I said, we are looking for sci-fi. Bishop Maddox. When a friendly character lands an attack, gain a star, and he's in action. Okie dokie. So I'm going to create a new deck, and then you can filter here down to your leads. And unfortunately, I don't actually own any sci-fi leads, so this is what I was a little worried about. Your basic leads, it looks like, the basic leads that everybody is going to get is Archimimus, who's a comedy lead. Oh, he's got a lot of detail. All right, when this lands an attack, gain a star. Okay. When another friendly character lands an attack, this swift attacks the same target, so then he'd get a star. This dodges or performs while your other characters dodge or perform. All right, overall, he looks pretty evasive. And he takes 8. Okay, I think Archimimus would be good. You get Bishop Maddox, who's an action lead. You get Calamus Severus, who's a drama lead. You get Master Sun Manchang, who's an adventure lead. And Queen Pin, who is a horror lead. And then, unfortunately, I think it's unfortunate, I opened 2 action leads. So Rexhaw, when a friendly character lands an attack, gain a star. So, honestly, that is the exact same text as Bishop Maddox. When a friendly character lands an attack, gain a star. Rexhaw also gives my characters unstoppable, which means that when a counter hit would happen, my guy gets to attack anyway. And Rexhaw takes 7, Maddox takes 8. So the major difference is that Rexhaw costs an extra frame and has an extra 2/2. I would say that Rexhaw is, in most cases, an improvement over Maddox. There are some times when Maddox's 2-frame cost would be important, but overall, you'd probably go Rexhaw over Maddox, unless you really had to. Okay? So I opened that, it's good. I opened someone who I think is better than Maddox. Okay, but they're both action. And then Barbecue Bill is also an action lead, which means I now have no sci-fi. So I need to go into my quests and re-roll the attack. So now I want to gain narrative and play trope cards. Now the drama. So there are a certain, let's see, how many genres are in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 7 genres in the game. They gave us access to 5: comedy, action, drama, adventure, and horror. The mystery tropes tend to be very good. I don't have a mystery lead. You can't play cards from a genre unless you have a lead from that genre. So I don't have access to mystery or sci-fi right now. I wish we could get a basic lead for every genre, and it doesn't matter if they're bad. See, you could make a strictly better lead out of a pack if you had to. I think that's okay, because all I want right now is access to sci-fi and access to drama, access to mystery. I want access to sci-fi and mystery. I think it's okay if I know that my basic default lead is going to be worse than someone I can open from a pack. Overall though, like long-term in the game, I guess it would be important that the basic leads serve a niche. They don't have to be the strongest, but they should serve a niche that the other leads don't. Oh well, I will get around it. So, let's do Rexhaw, and let's call it First Missions. One way that I can gain more, progress more on this narrative points thing is to pick leads with high needs. So like Manchang takes 10, Queen Pin takes 9, Archimimus takes 8. I mean, Bill takes 15. Okay. All right, I'm down for that. Let's go hard with this Bill. And make me gain 15 narrative every game. So I already have action. I should pick other. Okay, let's do action, adventure, and do I want when another friendly character enters or when another character dies? Overall, with my summoning action frames and successfully dodging or performing, I'm more of an enter kind of theme. Okay. So let's look at what crew I have within action, drama, adventure. Okay, Madcap Stuntman. For a friendly character with 2 or less attacks, this transforms into a 4/4 and attacks instead. I believe it's instead, but it might be in addition to. Scene end goes back into a crew. So yeah, let's take one of those. Real Runner lets me keep the spotlight. I don't know exactly how important that is. When a friendly character enters the set, it steals enemy free star as bounty. So if it only steals free narrative, I don't think that's worth it. Firearm Fanatic is a good one. I think these destroy guys are worth it. Well, especially Axel, because I want to spend a lot on action. So let's do that. I don't know if... Yeah, so pre-selected means the targets you select while in your directing phase, and sneak attack ignores redirection abilities, i.e. And Scene Start unfreeze this by 1. The unfreeze by 1 is very enticing, but it has to be an adventure non-lead character, so we're not going to commit to that right now. All right, let's go to tropes in these genres. So 40 cards. The deck is 40 cards worth, and I have a limited collection. So at this time, I think I basically have to put in any card that aligns with my game plan, because I only have 2 pages worth of tropes. So this can gain me a star, this can gain me a star, this deals damage, and I have 2 of them. Last Stand Courage. 3 random unfrozen characters of a pre-selected player gain backfire, which says takes damage back while attacking. They swift attack random opposing characters. That's really good for attack-based synergies, dying-based synergies. What does Barbecue Bill do again? And Severus asks me to do what? When somebody enters. I don't think Last Stand Courage works with my plan here, but Steroids seems to. It's simultaneously action and gives me a +3/+3 buff. I really like Everybody Jump. It's a protective spell that works throughout the whole scene. Friendly characters get +2 attack until end of scene. I don't think it's worth a slot in my deck. It's good. It's good with Black Friday Frenzy. Frenzy is a 5-frame action card. Friendly characters swift attack random enemies. I think this is worth it. Alright. Oh, I only have 1 of them. What did that message say? Insufficient cards in collection. Okay. Alright. All your characters attack the enemy on a pre-selected flank, then they freeze by 2. I don't think I want to force my own guys to freeze by 2. Pick a character from extras and return it to set under your control. Not worth it at this time. Costs 5 to summon me 3 2/2s. That's okay. Let's go with Maximum Massacre. I thought that was an interesting card when I opened it. Sail by Shooting is a really good control tool in the early game. Summon 3 2/2 Raptors. This one summons 3 2/2 Zebrafish for more frames. Alright, I'm going to take the Raptors. The Wake spells are nice. I always liked Tag In, but I think I just don't have anything worth tagging in. Well, I should go to characters, right? I should build my deck of characters. While you play this card, your characters dodge. Okay, that's useful. Yeah, with Master Sun Manchang, dodging is relevant. It progresses my quests, but what am I trying to do? When another friendly character enters the set, so I'm not particularly attacking a bunch. I don't gain any strict benefits from attacking. When this kills an enemy, gain star. For 2 frames, this attacks, then attacks again for each narrative you have already gained this scene. And Coliseum Coach can't reduce enemy character's HP to below 1. So Coach and Bog Monster seem like a nice pair, but Bog Monster is kind of expensive. We know that Flight Clubber's good. Let's put my 2 Fight Clubbers in. Expandosaur is okay. He's a growing threat. Deep Sea Enforcer. When an enemy character gets bounty, freeze it by that amount of narrative. Oh, here's their official description of bounty. When a character with a narrative bounty leaves the set, its narrative bounty goes to their opponent. So bounty is something that is placed on my opponent's characters, which I want to kill those characters in order to give that bounty to myself. So when this character deals damage to a character with bounty, return one of those bounty to its owner. I assume that means collect it. For me? Maybe not though. Bounty is much more prevalent in this build 28 than it was before. I don't think I'm a bounty deck, honestly. Gramby Hugger is solid. So she is drama, and I want those action frames, but she transforms someone else into a 1/1. So I'm going to take 2 the Gramby Huggers. Because aside from that, I don't have a ton of removal. All right, your other action characters get +3 attack and backfire. I'm not super into giving my own guys backfire in this deck. Okay, Left-Handed Lieutenant is great. High Velocity Raptor, if you played an action card or dinosaur already this scene, this swift attacks the enemy on a flank. Yeah, let's do that. I'm playing a lot of action cards. Yeah, Penguin. Okay, Penguin is in action, so I'll take 4 of him. He's a good interrupt. I'm not a lone stranger type of deck. Well, this is your only character that has +4/+4 and gains 2 extra stars and it performs. It's good, but again, I'm not a lone stranger deck. Muse, though. Okay, I think Muse is incredibly strong. She just straight up gains you a star. She's in drama, though. I could play tag in with this Muse. So the Muse costs 3 frames, and if I tag her in, bring her back to my hand, then I could play her again for another star. The thing is, she costs 3 and she's only a 2/1. So it's a great game ender. But people on Discord raise the point of, does it do enough as you cast it? And I don't know. With such high totals and the fact that Bill would not benefit from her because she's a drama card, and her 3 frames would go to drama and not action. Outlaw Chariot Rider says, if you gain star this scene, while this was on set, the sun freezes. And he's unstoppable. I think he is awesome with my set here. Placebo Healer says, fully heal your lead. I'm not overly concerned about that. Ooh, Rocky Reef Plankton says, when I gain any narrative, it gets +1 attack, but he's still kind of vulnerable at +1 health. Alright, Sidewinder Boss. Sidewalker Boss enters, gains shield, and when a friendly character with a bounty dies, he collects its bounty. Okay. Again, I'm not a bounty deck, so... Ooh, Sleight of Hand Heister. When your opponent gains a star, return this to your hand. That's going to be rough for the Heister to try to perform or anything like that, but it should be very good for Calamus Severus. Not so great for Bill. Let's do Sun-Gazing Guru instead. Okay, Trihorn was so good in the last build that they gave it -3 attack. When a friendly character dodges, it swift attacks back. That's okay. but it's only a 2/1. Your opponent chooses a trope from extras that you draw. And here's the Pro Profit Centurion. They have this dies when you control no Pro Profit Centurion. I think I want this. He's 4 frames. He'll pump up Bill by 4. He's an action card. And he'll give me 2 1/1s. And those 2 1/1s, what does Calamus ever say? When another friendly character enters the set, so they will trigger Severus. Good. And they will be chumps who can perform for Manchain. So let's add the Centurion and then try to decide who to take out. Talent Resurrector, enters summon a 1-cost character from extras. That's pretty fun. I don't think I saw this in spoilers. Okay. I like that. Wise Wing. I have to get Wise Wing. If you gained a narrative... What does he say? If you gained a narrative this scene, draw a card. I love to draw. I mean, obviously. And I think all of my characters have great ways to gain narrative within a scene. So I only have one of them. So, okay, I will take the one Wise Wing that I own. Totem Boy... Neighbors get 1/1. And Wake Up Caller, unfreeze all your other characters. Video Vixen is also pretty good. She becomes a 6/6 while you have the Spotlight. Let's not do Totem Boy right now, and okay. So I only own one Black Friday Frenzy. Action Axle, I want to keep. Deal Gone Wrong is okay. Everybody Jump, I might not need 4 copies of. Steroids, I think is really good for me. Maybe Firearm Fanatic is too greedy. Because you can see that he says you deal 1 damage to an enemy not on a flank. And I already am going to be summoning a lot of guys who can attack. And I have some other damage tropes. So let's take out Firearm Fanatic, and then I need to take out one more. Okay, Madcap Stuntman. Do I have enough characters with 2 or less attack? He makes sense. Fight Clubber, Grimby Hugger, Velocity Raptor. So Lieutenant is. Chariot Rider is not. Pangoon is. That's a good combo. Centurion is. Guru, Wise Wing. I think Stuntman's worth it. Alright, random character isn't. Right, so what you can see behind me is the deck that I made. I do like that with the new OBS background eliminator, you can see most of everything better. I mean, I can even move my head and you can see the little that is hidden. Whereas before, when I had a frame around my face, the whole box, it did kind of block the bottom cards of the deck. However, since I don't have a complete collection, and you won't either, this is not a deck guide. Not that I really promoted my previous videos as like these are optimal decks, but they were certainly the decks that worked for me. And I put in the balance of certain tropes or characters. You know, I didn't fill up. If you could use 5 or 4, maybe I didn't use all 5 or 4 because I didn't think I needed it. Whereas what's happening now, because again, in build 27, you got access to every single card. In build 28, you only have what's in your collection. So I looked at my daily quests. I looked at the leads that I had available and what general game plans fit multiple of those leads so that the same cards in my deck could work for more than one lead's narrative arc. So that's what I suggest that you do with the packs that you received. However, if you feel stumped or if you feel like the list you have isn't winning for you in PvP matches, come to the Discord, and I'm David Distributed on Discord as well, and I'm sure we will all be happy to brainstorm other, deck compositions, additions, subtractions, things like that to help you out. I built this first deck here in this video. I don't have anybody queued up to play against tonight, so I will make the next video for ScreenPlay. playing through this deck, and mostly trying to win those daily mission tickets. But I think this is the best deck that I have available to me right now, given that I can't access sci-fi and mystery. So who's left? Horror and comedy, I think, work pretty well together. Comedy's a controlled class, and horror involves characters dying. The only lead that I have, the Queen Pin, she involves characters dying and some action cards, maybe. That one card that gave my other guys backfire. I think that those three may work well together, and that could be a deck that I can put together with the cards that I own, but I haven't actually looked through my mystery and comedy non-leads and tropes and crew and stuff yet. Honestly, great. This is a wonderful time to get into screenplay. I feel like there are so many cards that I just opened. Now, obviously, I don't have playsets of hardly any, but there are a lot of cards to read through, figure out what work together. Like, I want to make the Talent Resurrector owl you see here on the screen work. I know that Wise Wing is good, but I believe Totem Boy is probably pretty nice, giving his neighbors +1/+1. There are certain cards in here that I opened that summon a token-ish character on either flank. So the problem with Totem Boy is that when you summon, and this might not make sense to include without gameplay, but all characters get summoned on the right. So Totem Boy is eventually going to have no left neighbors, as everyone else on his left dies. But if I can play those cards that summon tokens on the flanks, then he will suddenly have a left neighbor who can benefit from his buff. So I think that cards like Totem Boy, Video Vixen, that's uncovered. Video Vixen, Wise Wing, all this kind of stuff, very exciting to play with. I just couldn't fit them into the archetype that I built today. Definitely stuff to build around in the future. So subscribe so that you can find me again and come back for more videos in the future. And remember to put Rexshaw in the, or just like a dino emoji in the YouTube comment if you are so inclined. Liking the video and commenting really help with engagement and hopefully to grow my channel. So I expect to continue to be here and continue to post. Thanks so much, and enjoy the outro that I made. Did you know every viewer has a superpower? That's right. Your superpower is to magnify any video just by clicking thumbs up. It's free to do, and when you do, it tells YouTube that this video was helpful and enjoyable. The YouTube algorithm chooses to amplify videos with likes to a wider audience, so it is the simplest way to help my channel. The algorithm also judges engagement via comments, so if you are willing, leave a comment. Include the special phrase I gave earlier, or call me out for not having one. It really does help me out, so please just take a moment to exercise your superpower. Thanks, and if you're looking for more by me, check out to the left the video of mine that YouTube thinks is best suited for you to watch next. Or check out my entire screenplay video log to the right. Stay safe, stay informed, and stay resilient.